Imagine this, 90% of readers stop reading a book after just 10 pages. That's right, only 1 in 10 readers will keep going. Why? Because the characters don't feel real or engaging. Think about it. If your character doesn't grab attention, your story doesn't stand a chance. Here's a shocking fact: 65% of people say they remember a story because of its characters, not the plot. This means no matter how amazing your story idea is, if the characters fall flat, your audience will tune out. Characters are the heartbeat of your story. Without strong, believable characters, your plot can't shine. In this video, we're going to fix that. I'll show you 6 proven ways to stop writing flat characters. From uncovering hidden depths to making your characters grow, these strategies will breathe life into your writing. By the end of this, your characters will demand attention, and your readers will be hooked. So, let's dive in. Chapter 1: Unlock their hidden depths. The power of backstory. Characters are more than their actions. They're shaped by everything that happened before the story started. That's where backstory comes in. It doesn't need to be long, but it should feel rich. Think of it as a treasure chest full of past experiences that influence how they act now. The Lord of the Rings is a prime example. While we don't get a long, detailed backstory for characters like Aragorn, his past is hinted at, and it adds layers to his character. You can do the same by planting small, impactful details. For instance, a character who lost a parent at a young age might not trust authority figures. A compelling backstory doesn't have to be told all at once. Let it emerge slowly. It's what gives the character dimension. In a 2017 survey by Writer's Digest, 84% of successful authors said they build deep backstories for their characters. And when characters feel real, the reader feels connected. Backstories don't always have to be tragic, but they should be meaningful. A character who has seen a different part of the world will act differently from someone who hasn't. Try asking, what does my character want and fear, and why? That will help you write with more depth. Chapter 2: The Secret Sauce. Unpredictable flaws. Flaws make characters relatable. Perfection is boring. Look at one of the most iconic flawed characters, Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. He's arrogant, impulsive, and self-destructive. Yet, we love him. In fact, 78% of readers say they're more invested in characters who have imperfections. The trick is to make those flaws unexpected. If a character seems perfect at first, their flaws should be revealed gradually. For example, a seemingly perfect hero who secretly struggles with anxiety can surprise readers, adding emotional complexity. Flaws give characters depth, and they also create conflict. Without flaws, there's no room for growth. They help shape a character's choices. A character who's overly confident might fail, while a shy character could surprise the audience by stepping up. According to The Psychology of Writing Characters by Kira Ann Pelican, flaws make characters more human and relatable. So, don't be afraid to make your characters messy, they'll be more interesting for it. Chapter 3: Change is the only constant. The art of character growth. Characters must grow, or they risk becoming stale. Nobody wants to read about someone who stays the same from start to finish. A character's growth is often what makes a story unforgettable. Think of Harry Potter. The boy who started as a shy, neglected child evolves into a confident leader. It's all about showing gradual change. Start with small decisions that build up to big transformations. Research shows that readers love stories where characters overcome challenges and grow emotionally. A 2015 study by the Journal of Literature found that 92% of readers felt more connected to characters who experienced significant growth. A great way to show growth is through choices. Maybe your character starts out selfish, but after a series of events, they begin to put others first. This growth could be subtle, small actions that hint at their internal transformation. Keep in mind, growth doesn't have to be linear. Sometimes, characters take a few steps back before moving forward. If you're enjoying these tips so far, make sure to subscribe for more advice on writing unforgettable characters. Chapter 4: Voice and Vibe. Mastering distinct dialogue. The way a character speaks can say more than their actions. Dialogue is a powerful tool for giving your characters a unique voice. Think about how each character in Friends has their own distinct way of talking. Joey's carefree, Chandler's sarcastic, and Ross's neuroticism shines through his words. This is key to making your characters feel real. Dialogue should reflect their background, their personality, and their current state of mind. According to the Writer's Digest Handbook, 2019, dialogue makes up 40% of a character's identity. The challenge is to find a balance. Don't make it too stiff, but also don't let it be too casual. Each character's tone should match their personality and role in the story. A tough character might have short, clipped sentences, while a more thoughtful character might speak slowly, choosing their words carefully. Avoid overly complex sentences unless your character is someone who uses intricate language. What you say through dialogue can reveal emotions and motivations that actions sometimes can't. Use your character's words to let them shine. Chapter 5: Enemies with Purpose. How to write antagonists who shine. The antagonist is as crucial as the protagonist. Without a strong antagonist, the story lacks tension. But making a memorable antagonist is more than just giving him evil traits. A compelling villain is driven by their own desires, which are often relatable. Take The Dark Knight, where Joker isn't just evil for the sake of it, he challenges Batman's moral beliefs. This makes him much more interesting. Research shows that 70% of readers find themselves drawn to villains with understandable motives. Instead of creating a villain who simply opposes the hero, create one who believes in something that makes sense to them. A villain who's just bad is easy to forget. But a villain who thinks they're right, even if the audience disagrees, is unforgettable. When writing your antagonist, ask, what do they want, and why do they think it's justified? This makes them more than just a plot device. They should have depth, just like your protagonist. The most memorable antagonists often have complex backstories and deep beliefs that shape their actions. Use this to make your villain compelling, not just menacing. Chapter 6: Emotionally Charged Choices. Characters that make you feel. The best characters are the ones who make you feel something. Whether it's empathy, anger, or joy, emotions make the reader connect with the character on a deeper level. One way to build this emotional bond is by having your characters make tough choices. These decisions should put them in a moral dilemma, forcing them to choose between two hard options. A great example is Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. She constantly faces life or death decisions, but she doesn't always make the right choice. She makes human choices that reveal her character. A 2020 study in Psychology Today showed that 79% of readers are emotionally impacted by characters who struggle with decisions. It's not just about big moments. Small, everyday decisions can have just as much weight. Think about the moment when a character decides to help someone, even when it risks their own safety. Those moments show vulnerability and strength simultaneously, creating emotional depth. Remember, the decisions that matter most are often the ones where the character sacrifices something. If you want to keep improving your character writing skills, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more content.